Baking with the pumpkin.
Welcome to Baking with the Pumpkin.
I'm Reese Lama.
And I'm DJ White.
And today what we will be making is a Five Nights at Freddy's creepy cupcake. Yum. So, what you are going to need for this is going to be
Cupcake mix.
cupcake mix of your own, or you can make your own.
3 eggs.
That's just with this cupcake mix. You will also need some icing and red food dye. You'll also need some vegetable oil, fondant, and some candles.
For the one candle.
You will need a cupcake pan and some cupcake liners, 2 mixing bowls, and a mixer.
And spatula.
Yeah. Did I miss anything? Alright, we're good.
Measuring cup.
Oh, and a measuring cup. Okay, so
What do we start off with?
let's start off with the eggs because, you know, egg.
Expert egg cracker. Now we need to go wash our hands.
We're back! And if we forgot to mention, we are outside today because there is construction going on inside. So hopefully you guys don't hear too much noise out here from the construction on the inside. So now we're going to whisk together our eggs.
You're a pretty good whisker.
Alright, once you have whisked together your egg, what we are going to be doing next is going to be pouring our water and vegetable oil.
We have water.
Well, we have to get it from the sink.
The more oil, the better.
Yeah, you know what they say. If it's fatty, it's good for your body. We're going to be adding our yummy cake mix. Alright, now that we have our batter in, we are going to be mixing our mixable.
Cake mix check.
Swag!
YOLO. 3, 2, stir.
We are also going to be needing marshmallows. We forgot to tell you that.
How do we not forget stuff?
So once as you have your mixture complete and it is like fully mixed and stuff, we are going to be preheating our oven to 350 degrees. Why don't you go on that? Well, I pour these in our oven pan, the bigger, the better. Alright, now that we have our cupcakes all filled, we're gonna pop them in the oven. For about 20 minutes. You should just keep an eye on them though. And so let's do that now. Alright, now that our cupcakes are in the oven, we're gonna start working with our fondant. Just as a confession, I've never worked with fondant, and obviously you've never worked with fondant, so this will be a pleasant experience. We also forgot to mention that you will need black food dye.
Why?
For the eyes.
Oh.
And we're also going to be wearing gloves because we're working with food dye, and we're going to be touching it, and we don't feel like having different colored hands. Alright, so now we are going to be working our fondant and dyeing it black. You should heat up it in the microwave for like a little bit. We didn't really know how much, so we kind of just kept testing it. I don't think we even figured one out. So what we're going to be doing is about the size of the tip of your thumb, a little tiny ball. If you want to roll one of those out really quick. You're going to want maybe some parchment paper or something to tape down, or you could work with this on your counter or something, but it has to be really wipeable because it can stain your counter. So we suggest putting something down. We are going to be putting on some rubber gloves because we don't want to get our hands disgusting and colorized.
Already got mine on.
Yeah! Our new single will be released tomorrow, next Tuesday. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is taking a little tiny bit of dye and working it into our little ball and kind of rubbing it all around, yada yada. So now I'm going to press some of the dye is actually going to come off. But I'm going to press my little balls down. And I'm going to actually then get some kind of piece that looks somewhat like, I can show you.
Just good.
That. Yeah, and just flatten it.
It looks like
All
a
right.
squish shot in our hand.
We are actually going to be moving these inside and going to refrigerate them really quickly. Once you have your cupcakes out of the oven, you're going to take 2 of them, and we're going to be making 1 cupcake out of the 2 of them. So with the one that, try to find a flatter cupcake, or you can flatten it out a cupcake yourself. Anything really works. But we're just going to take one of our cupcakes and we're going to crunkle it up in a bowl.
Alright, I have no idea what to do.
And now you're going to get your hands a little bit messy. So you're going to need a wad of icing, decent amount, and we're going to be just rolling it up into a ball. Alright, so once we have our little thing, we're going to kind of shape it into a mound so it's flat on the bottom. You can use your palm to do this. So you're just going to kind of flatten it on the bottom, but definitely have it raised on the top. So once we do it, we're going to just place it down on top of our other cake. So now, can you place, just put some icing, really a small amount on top of that? Okay, now we're just going to stack it right on top, and now we're gonna actually let this sit in the refrigerator for like about 5 minutes or 10 to 10 minutes, and then you're gonna take it out and let it sit and dry for about a half hour. So now we're gonna be doing frosting, and I did realize that we do need another mixing bowl, so let's do that now. Alright, so now that we have our icing in a bowl, we're going to be adding some red food dye, but not too much.
Because we want to keep it pink.
Oh, and now what we are going to be doing is we're going to be heating it in the microwave for about 5 seconds, maybe take it out, see how it is, mix it a little, then we'll put it back in. Alright, so what we're going to probably do is instead, we'll just ice it with a knife.
Oh,
Wait, that knife was on the ground. No, that's not the issue. We'll this way. So now we grabbed our little eyeball fondant black things that we made, and
That's a good one.
we're going to be putting them lodged in the cupcake. So find whatever side looks. Oh,
The best is
yeah, I think
this side that's facing
side
us
that's
right
facing us that you can't
now.
see.
Really smooth and a bit taller, so...
Alright, right about there. Ready? Go. Once we have pressed our eyes and let them set for a while,
Like so.
we are going to...
Oh.
Alright. We are going to be putting...
Marshmallows as the other place we are.
So we're going to rip a marshmallow in half. You could also cut it, but ripping is pretty much the same. We have our 2 halves. We're going to be sticking them right on to the eyes like this. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using a small trough of food dye, and I'm actually going to put it down on one of our gloves from earlier. Ooh. Good thing we did not put that directly on. I'm just going to take a tiny dot with my finger and put it right on the center of the eye.
Alright. And then right there. And bingo. And now the final touch for this 5 Nights at Freddy's cupcake is the candle. Let's find a good one right here. Let's get this big old candle and stuff it right in the head. I guess the cupcake.
Alright, so we're also going to then light
the candle. Here we have a Bic lighter to come on. There we go. What if we just catch the flame? Oh! Here we go. This project was a success. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching my new video. If you want, you can click the like button and also leave a comment what you want us to make next down in the comment section below. Also check out Maurice's channel, link will be down in the description. And we are also coming out with a new Minecraft server called LlamaCraft. It'll be out around January, so be sure to check that out once it's released, and thanks.